Hi all, CJ back again. Welcome one and all. We talked about antidepressants last time. I don't know if you had any questions. I didn't see any questions come up. I hope that was of some help for you. I was thinking that as we were talking about antidepressants, it might be a good idea to talk about depression and what depression feels like. Now, I can only speak about what my depression feels like. I do think the words anxiety and depression are thrown around a lot now, more by the younger generation. I think a lot of them don't really have any idea what real depression is like. Literally not being able to step a foot outside your bed, and yeah, that's big time depression. So what does depression feel like? For me, depression is when I wake up in the morning, open my eyes, and my very first thought is, do I really have to do this all over again? I wake up with an impending sense of doom. I don't want to get out of bed. The longer I lay in bed, the harder it is to get up. So I've learnt that open my eyes, get out of bed. I'll go through some tips at the end, but I'll just explain a day with depression for me. So I'll force myself out of bed. I don't want to get dressed, so I'll put a tracksuit on. I don't want to do anything. I have zero motivation. I have to push myself to do anything. If I have phone calls to make, today I had to ring the electric and gas company. They've put my direct debit up to an amount I can't cope, and it's very hard making those sorts of phone calls anyway, let alone without the depression. So it's the impending sense of doom. It's the not wanting to get out of bed. It's the wanting to get straight back into bed. It's not wanting to do anything. Not taking any pleasure in things that you normally take a lot of pleasure in. So for me, my pleasure, believe it or not, is fashion. I just love fashion. I don't get to wear a lot of it, but I love boots, shoes, nice clothes. I know when I don't take any interest in those. I'll buy my magazine and look through the fashion, and when I don't want to do that, I know something's wrong. I very stupidly ran out of my antidepressants 10 days ago. Good boy. 10 days ago. And I'm not coping very well at the moment. Good boy. I'm not coping very well at the moment. Depression is not taking... It's, for me, having to force myself to eat. For you, it may be the opposite. We're all different. I have to force myself to eat. I don't want to eat. I don't want to even try to look nice. been tearful at the most stupidest and silly things. I find myself welling up with tears. There's anxiety in there. I'm anxious about things I know I've got to do, and for whatever reason I don't want to do them. I'm snappy with my loved ones because I'm depressed, and it's not a good enough reason, but I'm being completely open with you about how depression affects me, and I don't want to miss anything out. And it's not easy doing this. I'm looking away from the camera because I'm thinking, and I'm slightly embarrassed, if I'm honest. There isn't anything to be embarrassed about with depression and antidepressants, but telling the world's a completely different thing. You just, excuse me while I just have a quick drink of water, sorry. So all of those things combined, I know when I'm depressed. It's things like not taking an interest in things around me. There were 6 little birds in my garden today. I don't know what they were. They were speckled. I don't know if they're house martins. I don't know. I'm not. Don't ask me about wildlife. But I would normally take some pleasure in seeing something like that. But I watched them and I didn't feel anything. It was nice to see new life. Spring is coming here in the UK. Was I interested? Be completely honest and open with you, no. It's letting things pile up that I know I need to do. It's not opening post. With depression for me, around the time that I would normally go to bed, anywhere from 8 p.m, I might start feeling a little bit better. But other than that, that's a day with depression for me. And it's how I feel right now. I'm trying ever so hard not to cry. That's the last thing I want to do is cry. I don't want to cry. So it's not taking care of yourself. Getting aggravated very easily. Feeling very down in your whole self. You know, the fatigue that I have anyway feels 100 times worse. Pain feels so much worse. And other than that, I don't really know what more to tell you. If you have any questions at all, please drop them in the comments and I will be completely honest and open with you and I will answer them. This is me 10 days without antidepressants. I've only just got my prescription, so now it's going to take probably another week for them to kick in. It was really stupid of me. It was my own fault for not requesting them. It's all my own fault. But everybody's idea of depression is different. And depression is something that carries on day after day after day after day. It's not the Monday blues. It's not, I don't fancy getting up today. I want to stay in bed. Everybody wants a duvet day, don't they? It's nothing like that at all. I start to get a bit agoraphobic. I'll get to the door and start making excuses as to why I can't go out. It's not finding any comfort in anything, not finding any joy in anything. Feeling the world's a better place without you. And it can get an awful lot worse for me. I have had 2 major breakdowns. So that's depression for me. That's what it feels like. I wrote a few notes down, but I've covered everything there. Now, there are different types of depression. I have clinical depression, so that means not enough serotonin reaches my brain. It's my body's fault, nobody else's fault. It's my body at fault. So the serotonin isn't reaching my brain, so the brain chemicals aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, and that's why I feel depressed. There is also other types of depression that are more good boy. Other types of depression that are more to do with your surroundings, and I can't think what that's called at the moment, but I know the type of depression I have is called clinical depression, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it other than take antidepressants and remember to fill your new prescription and not go without them. So, not the most cheerful video I've ever made, and it's not supposed to be. It's an open and honest account of how depression affects me, why I take antidepressants, what happens to me when I don't take them. So that's that. I just wanted to say a couple of you have asked me to put a buy me a coffee. I don't know if you watch other YouTubers, they do buy me a tea, buy me a coffee. I've set up an account. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, I would be eternally grateful. But I know we're all struggling. I'm not asking you. I am not asking you. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, I would be incredibly grateful. But I do these videos because I want to help other people, not because I want you to buy me coffee. But I have been asked by a couple of people, so I've set it up. You'll find it on my YouTube, or I'll pop it down in the link below. But please, 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 please don't feel obliged in any way. It's just there because I've been asked to do it, so that's what I've done. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. This is the video I've struggled with the most, purely because I am desperately trying not to cry, because I can't talk and cry at the same time, and so that's why I've been a bit, hasn't flowed very well, I know. But I just wanted to do this one from the heart. Depression isn't feeling a bit off one day. Anxiety isn't feeling a little bit apprehensive. Those things really just do not cover it. So I'll finish here. I think, you know, I've explained enough. So I really hope you found this useful. Please let me know if you have. Please be kind to yourselves. Please don't push yourselves. Please remember to fill your prescriptions. Namaste. God bless. And from Little Man and I, we look forward to seeing you next time. Bye now.